Let's go ahead, children. In this part, let's see that how mesmerizing the concert was. Smita was able to go, but did Anand get permission to go to the concert? Let's read ahead. When you're better, his mother said, this is not the last time they are going to play. So, when Anand was insisting to go to the concert, the mother explained Anand that he can definitely go to the concert when he is all right. She also made him understand that this was not the last time that Pandit Ravi Shankar was performing. Smita stood at the window looking at the traffic, her eyes wet with tears. Now, Smita was still feeling very bad because she was the one who had created this problem. And her eyes were full of tears because she was feeling very bad. Her mother whispered, but you, Smita, you must go. Your father will take you. And the mother told to Smita in a very softly that Anand could not hear, in a whisper that Smita can definitely go and attend the concert. And she also told Smita that her father would accompany her. When she was alone with Aunt Sushila, Smita cried out in a choked voice. Her voice was very choked, as if it was blocked. No, how can I? We have always done things together, Anand and I. And Smita did not want to go alone to the concert because she tells Aunt Sushila that how can she go alone when they both were learning sitar. They both had done things together. A walk in the park might make you feel better, said Aunt Sushila, and Smita was grateful for her suggestion. In the park, people were walking, running, playing ball, playing ball, doing yogic exercises, feeding the ducks, and eating roasted gram and peanuts. Smita felt alone in their midst. She was lost in her thoughts. So, for a change, Aunt Sushila took Smita to the park. The people in the park, they were doing various things, but Smita was feeling very lonely. She was missing her brother. She was lost in her own. Why was Smita not ready to go for the concert? Smita was not ready to go for the concert because Smita had always done things together with Anand. Okay, this is the answer to this question. Suddenly, a daring thought came to her, and as she hurried home, she said to herself, why not? There is no harm in trying it. So, when they were returning back home from the park, there was a daring thought, a very courageous thought. We would say a very adventurous thought came to Smita. And she convinced herself that though the thought was very courageous and very adventurous, why not she at least give it a try? It would be nice to go to the concert. I don't know when we will get another opportunity to hear Pandit Ravi Shankar, she said to her mother later. And her father agreed to get the tickets. So finally, it was decided that Smita and her father would go and attend Pandit Ravi Shankar's concert. The next day, as Smita and her father were leaving for the concert, her brother smiled and said, so Anand was seeing Smita and her father going for the concert. He smiled and said, enjoy yourself. Though the words came out in painful gasps, he was finding it very difficult in speaking even 2 to 3 words. The reason was that he was suffering from cancer. He had difficulty in breathing. Lucky you. And Anand calls Smita a very lucky girl who had got an opportunity to witness the concert by Pandit Ravi Shankar. Sitting beside her father in the gallery, Smita heard as in a dream the thundering welcome the audience gave the great master. And as Pandit Ravi Shankar entered the stage, came on the stage, he got a thundering welcome of the audience. There was a huge applause for Pandit Ravi Shankar, and Smita felt as if she was witnessing a dream. Then the first notes came over the air, and Smita felt as if the gates of a land of enchantment and wonder were opening. And the first notes, the first music, the first tune which was being played by Pandit Ravi Shankar, and as it uh, reached Smita, as Smita was able to listen to these first notes, she felt as if the gates of the land of enchantment, enchantment means a magical spell, she could experience the magic of music, as if the music was holding her attention. And something very interesting was going on. Spellbound, listening to the music which was played by Pandit Ravi Shankar, she was spellbound. That is, she was captivated. She listened to the tunes, to the notes which were played by Pandit Ravi Shankar in rapt attention. She listened to the unfolding ragas. So all the ragas which were being unfolded means which were being played by Pandit Ravi Shankar, the slow plaintive notes. There were tunes which were very slow, they were very plaintive. Plaintive means melancholy, mournful, sad tunes. The fast twinkling ones. At the same time, Pandit Ravi Shankar was also playing tunes which were very fast, which were glittering, very instant tunes. But all the while, the plan she had decided on the evening before remained firmly in her mind. But this enchantment of uh, the music did not let her forget the plan which she had made, the the thought, the daring thought which she had got uh, the previous evening, the chance of a lifetime. And she heard Anand's voice in every beat of the tabla. Every beat of the tabla which she was hearing, she could hear Anand saying, repeating that statement, the chance of a lifetime. The concert came to an end. The audience gave the artists a standing ovation. Standing ovation means a prolonged applause, an applause for a long time. And it was a standing ovation. The audience stood up in praise of the artist, that is Pandit Ravi Shankar and Ustad Allah Rakha. A large mustachioed man having a long moustache made a long, boring speech. So, a long, boring speech was made by a man with a long moustache. Then came the presentation of bouquets. Bouquets were presented to the performers. Then more applause, and the curtain came down. Some more applause by the audience, and finally the curtains were closed. The concert came to an end. The people began to move towards the exits, and people started moving towards the exit. Now was the time. Now it was the time for Smita to execute her daring thoughts, to execute the plan which she had made the previous evening. Smita wriggled her way through the crowds towards the stage, and she just wriggled, she moved with twists and very quickly towards the stage, through the crowds. Then she went up the steps that led to the wings. I hope you know what are the wings on the stage, the area just on both the sides of the stage where the performers um, keep themselves ready, and that is the place from where the performers come on the stage, they enter the stage. So that led to the wings, her heart beating loudly. Now her heart was beating very rapidly. In the wings, a small crowd had gathered to talk about the evening concert. Everybody was discussing about the concert, they were appreciating the performers. A help to help carry bouquets and teacups and instruments. He was there, standing with the man who played the, here table is written, it should be tabla. For him, the great wizard of music, Ustad Allah Rakha. So there Pandit Ravi Shankar was standing along with Ustad Allah Rakha, who had played tabla during the concert. Her knees felt weak, and when Smita was just standing before them and she saw Pandit Ravi Shankar and Ustad Allah Rakha, her knees felt weak and her tongue dry. Now, these were the signs of nervousness. She became very nervous because she was standing before the wizards of music, the experts of music. But she went up, but she gathered courage and she went up to Pandit Ravi Shankar. And standing before them, her hands folded, "Oh, sir," she burst out. And she started expressing herself, expressing her daring thought before the Pandit Ravi Shankar. So she burst out. Burst out means to suddenly say something loudly. So here we have a question. Have you ever attended any concert? So you should write that yes, you have attended a concert, which concert you have attended, who was the performer, and then you can write how was your experience there. I hope till here it is clear, children. Let's go to the last part, the fourth part of the video, and let's understand the last part of the story.